How about that? I wonder if that's working. Perhaps. Maybe. It's probably better that nobody heard what I was saying earlier because there was a lot of swearing going on. One, two, 1, 2. Better. Okay. Well, that's good. Is it legible at least? Or hearable? Whatever. Audible? I don't really have anything super important to say anyway, so. But anyways, that was besides just rambling here. But these are going to be for a shirt. I have a couple other ones made. Excellent. Hopefully it's not too loud. Fluff. But I was asking earlier, do you still do your late night chat room sit around and shoot the breeze thing? Because if you should invite me someday. I can provide color commentary. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Advertisements. Fuck off. Yeah, I don't know. You can get a hold of me through. Just send the filthy bat signal into the sky and I'll come hang out with you. Hey, you want to see something cool? It's Carl. And he's extra soft. I haven't seen you for a million years. I hope everything's all good with you. And I hope when you're walking around, you find a $5 bill rolling down the street. That's always nice when that happens. You know what? Make it a $10 bill. $10 American is like probably $30 Canadian at this point in time. Mark Daniel bought one of my aliens. Stanton the alien is off to sunny Arizona to learn about humans. My friend and I made some plushies of the aliens, and we sent them to different. They got bought by people, and now they're in different parts of the world, learning about humans. Hopefully, one day they can reconverge. I got a Mothman too. It's pretty neato. Do you have like Instagram or some junk or something I can follow you on? Because I always like following other artists, and it's good to support artistic weirdos. Oh, but wait, there's more. Hello, Whiskey. Check out this fuzzy bastard. It's a Sasquatch. I also have the TikTok. Animated the Mona Lisa. What's my TikTok thing here? Oh, I guess I can just look on my phone. Ha! Let's see here. I am Fylth1 on TikTok. Silver Leaf. Here, let me go follow you right now. I'm not in a rush to do anything today. Look at that, first person that came up. Search button. It's always like naked broads that show up on my Instagram. Don't follow any of them. I've got all these art and all these musicians and junk. It's always broads in their underwear. Doesn't make any sense. Do better, algorithm. Whoops. Oh, apparently I'm already following you on Instagram. Nice. But yeah, I've just been working on a short comic and put those plushies together. We made 3 of them. And there might even be a 4th secret alien to be unveiled sometime. Probably next week at some point. My friend makes bunnies. And then I was hanging out with her at my pal's Halloween party last October, and I said, well, hey, maybe we should collaborate on something. And then she messaged me. She goes, oh, I was thinking about aliens. I go, well, I'm just the guy to talk to about aliens. Because I can't have a normal conversation with anybody. Because it always just devolves into like, so, what do you think about like Roswell or something? It's just absolutely out of control. It's like, Klaus, could you just leave the aliens alone for one conversation? No, not happening. So anyways, she's like, I was thinking maybe we could do a little collaboration with them and then see how it goes. And it went over pretty well because on the day I started selling them last Monday, and they're already all gone. My boss at work's like, dude, I wanted to save one from you. It's like, sorry, Warren, first come first served. I'm a gnome. I can let that dry. We're switching over to 32 squared. Here, I'll show you the other ones too since you're here. Thanks for sitting around and watching my stuff here. You know what? It's under a pile of junk, and I'll dig it out later and whatnot. But it's gonna let that one dry. We're switching over 32 squared now. The bartender for the space bar. He thinks he's a Soviet satellite. Sasquatch always reminds him that he's actually just a television. He was built in Chicago. He's like, no, I'm a Soviet satellite. It's like, dude, it says right on the back of your box that you were built in Chicago, 1967. But you can't tell him that, right? Because as if he's going to believe you. Here's my concept page for 32 squared. See? Oh, sorry, it was manufactured in 1966. My apologies. Hello, Mr. Gremlin. Coming up? Come in. Come in. Ugh. I have a gremlin. Look at him. What a dork. Right, mister? Yeah, you're a pest. He's a gigantic pest, but I love him. Ow. I got this new light here, and it's really bigger than my other one. My gigantic dome keeps bonking into it. So, I just gotta get used to it is all. I got blue apparently all over my hands. It's an absolute gong show here today. I blame the gremlin. The Gremloid, if you will. Yeah. So you got any fancy plans for today? This weekend, possibly? I got today off because of Good Friday. It is a Good Friday when you don't have to work. I'd rather have a Monday off, though. It's vibrating. Cat vibrating. Ooh, ham. Did you put a pineapple slice on your ham? I'm not sure if I'm actually doing anything for Easter. Well, the missus and I never do anything, but my mom was in Mexico, and I don't know if she's back yet or not, but if she is, I'm definitely going over for free dinner. Because then the best part is I get all the leftovers. Yeah. What's the point of leaving your house when you're just going to go back there anyways? Plus, all the comfy things are at your house. Cats, dogs, ghosts, little moths floating around. Yes, mister, you're 10,000 pounds of retardation. It's not his fault he's orange. He's just born that way. Right, buddy? Yeah. You little Dumbo. His brother, the gargoyle, always beats him up. But if Gremlin would just figure out he's got the weight difference, he could just crush him, but he doesn't. He just gets punched out. Too bad for him. You can't let them outside anymore because one of the neighbors are a bunch of crybabies and they're whining about the cats. Like, ugh, you can't have cats outside. Meanwhile, they got all these dogs barking and blah, blah, blah. It's like, everybody else's cats outside. How do you know these cats are even from this neighborhood? And then one lady on this stupid app thing that they had everybody on. Like, oh, there's a cat in my yard. I'm going to spray them. And I just kind of chuckled. I was like, good luck if it was my gargoyle because he likes water. He's a water cat. But yeah, I told that person to get fucked because, I mean, real neighborly. I'm just going to spray cats because I'm a miserable old swamp hag. So, anyways, there's no point in getting grumpy about it. It's alright when I buy a house and I move for like 3 weeks before I move. I'm gonna go rent like 100 cats and just release them in the neighborhood. How's that gonna work for you, dickheads? Their post was called Roaming Cats, and I was gonna get really petty and print out a picture of cats dressed in Roman attire. Okay, figure it out, buddy. Ow. I was going to print out a bunch of pictures of cats in Roman attire and then put Roman cats and then put it in everybody's mailbox. But I was talked out of it by sensible people. But the pettiness is what is important. It's very important to be petty on things like that. Crybabies. Oh, and they also complained about the rabbits. They're like, there's a lot of rabbits in the neighborhood. Like, what are you going to do? It's rabbits. It's nature. They complain about the birds, too. Ugh. See, if we had dinosaurs in the neighborhood, that's where I could see you could be upset about it. Because people getting... Well, you know what? Good. If we had dinosaurs, maybe that person would get eaten by a dinosaur. Win-win situation for everyone. Dinosaur gets full. And then we don't have crybaby neighbors. And of course, she's on the board of directors or whatever. So, anyways, I think I might do the Roman cat thing before I end up moving too, just for good measure. Hello, Slim. Slim 2.0, the better version. Ooh, and I got all these new brushes. They're all fine, and they're not bent out of shape like my neighbors. It's like two of the best feeling in the world: freshly pulled up socks and new brushes. Freshly pulled up socks are a really good feeling, though. It's tough to beat that one, but new brushes are always really good. Hello, old friend Slim. You know what, Susie? I'd say I'm fairly decent. I can draw a pretty good cartoon, and sometimes the cartoons are very witty. They're normally better than this. These are all prototype things for T-shirts that I'm gonna make. Well, I'm not gonna make the T-shirt. My friend's gonna make them, but I just do the easy part and draw the cartoon, and she does all the hard parts. Just like stitching up all the plushies. I couldn't imagine that. That's just beyond my league. You know what the best part is, though, sometimes, Susie, is there's a pub by my place. I go there and have half-price chicken wings on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I draw cartoons, and there's a wall of my cartoons just sitting there. And someone's like, I really like your style. And I was like, it reminded me back when I was in animation school, and the one teacher I had kept telling me that I can't draw the way I draw. You have to draw the way they draw at Disney and Pixar and everything. And I'm like, well, this is how I like to draw. This is my style. And he's like, you can't have a style because you're not famous. I'm like, you're not gonna be famous to have a style. It's just the way you do your art. And you know, you're gonna have a legion of people that all draw the same soulless thing. And what's the point of that? I mean, but that's me. But anyways, the point is, all these people is like, hey, I really like your style. Every time I hear that, I just chuckle, and I'd like to take a time travel back to animation school and be like, hey, you know what? I didn't think this out very well, did I? 32 Squared's background is the exact same color as the lettering. Crap. I'll figure it out on the ride here. What the how does this even happen? Hold on a second. I got paint still on me. That's unbelievable. Bugger's a mess. Sorry, there's a mysterious glob of blue paint somewhere. It just keeps getting all over the place, and I'm just absolutely out of control. But on the plus side, at animation school, I'm still friends with one of my teachers that I had there, Miles. He's a great guy. He was one of the best teachers in the world, because he was our basic 3D animator teacher, and when he was teaching everything, he waited till everybody was on the same page. He wouldn't, and if somebody was having difficulties, he'd personally just go up there. There was a class of like 32 people, something to that effect, and he'd go there, show them exactly how it's all done, get them on the same page, and then everybody would move on together. He was just a really good guy. And then the animation school, it ended up firing a bunch of teachers if they didn't have like a diploma or something, or credits, whatever. Anyway, some of these guys, they're like, well, I've worked on these high-budget Disney movies and high-budget Marvel movies, and my name's in these Hollywood blockbusters. And school's like, yeah, but you don't got the piece of paper. So they let a bunch of teachers go, and jokes on that school ended up getting audited, and then there were some shenanigans going on, and they got closed down. So, jokes on them. Suckers. It's easy to draw stick people. You just use one of these things. I can't draw a straight line. Apparently, it's almost impossible to draw a perfect circle by hand. But I'll believe that when I see it. Sticky people. But yeah, that was kind of comical. What the... that's the problem. It's the back of this brush that keeps getting gobbed with paint. Damn it. At least it's watercolor and it's easy to come off. Holy. It's because I put fresh watercolor paint down and it's still liquefied, so yeah. Oh well. At least it's not like back in the day when everything was made out of lead. I just lick my brush with lead paint thinner and whatnot. Cat fuzz. Who would have thought cats would have so much fuzz? Yeah, but that's not fair because he's a monk, right? Monks are like... They got special powers. I mean, if you ever want to get kicked in the junk and not have it hurt you, you want to be a monk. Actually, monks in role-playing games are extremely overpowered. A lot of, in the 5th edition of the popular role-playing game, the monks can grab projectile weapons, and then at higher levels, they can throw them back at the person that attacked them with it. My friend played one, and at a certain point, he was just so overpowered. Every time his turn came up, I was like, all right, Mike, what do you do? And he's like, use a key point, do this, smash the guy for 10 million damage. I'm like, yeah, he's dead. I mean, roll the dice just to feel good about yourself. Ooh, speaking of dice roll, I'll be rolling some dice next Friday. Actually, I haven't rolled any dice for the better part of like 3 weeks now. All the nerds will be there next next Friday. That's what Watson did. You're coming down, Watson. He moved far away. He moved to Leduc or whatever. So, and then his truck cratered on him, and then he had to spend a whole bunch of money fixing it, and his kids are out of control, and it's absolutely craziness. So I was like, Watson, you're coming out, no matter what. I'll give you $20 for cab fare so you can go home. And then my secret plan is I got my other buddy Ray coming over, and I'll just be like, Ray, here's $20, drive Watson home. It's not that I don't love the guy. I just don't like people staying at my house. Then I can't walk around in my underwear. I could, but nobody wants to see that. Like, look, there's a Sasquatch walker. Oh, it's just Klaus. Damn it. Here, you know what, Slim? I'll, here's some cartoons. I just dig them out here. From the pile. Here's Fabrice the Alien. He's the older of the aliens. He basically drives all the other aliens around and everything. What else we got here? Here's Mothman going home with his slice of pizza. Pizza box. It's a deep dish, of course. He likes deep dish pizza. It's probably got olives on it. What else do we got here? Oh, here's a... This is what Canadian aliens do as a rite of passage. They stick their tongue on a pole, and then they get stuck to the pole, and then they have difficulties getting it off, and then everybody laughs at them. Sorry if it's kind of blurry. Oh, here's a tarot card aliens. It's like, the cards tell me you will soon have unexpected company in the near future. Oh my, I hope it's not the in-laws. It's cursed in-laws. And then when all those drones and everything were flying around, I drew this cartoon of Carl and Sasquatch. It's like, do you know how difficult it is to find nuts and bolts for a UFO with all these drones flying around? And Sasquatch says, oh, too bad, pal. I know how to teleport. And he's got his turkey drumstick. Because, let's be honest, Sasquatch probably just teleports most of the time. If he could just vanish, I'm pretty sure he's teleporting somewhere. Oh, wait. Oh, here's another good one. Here's Jim Goodall and an alien. It's like, let your old pal take the UFO for a quick spin. Jim, I really can't afford to get fired. Because if anybody should be allowed to fly a UFO, it should be Jim Goodall. He's actually a really cool guy. I got to meet him one time. Actually, I met him twice, but it was kind of neat because we just kind of sat there and talked about airplanes and everything. And then next thing you know, I'm showing him pictures of my cats, and he's showing me pictures of his dogs and his place, and yeah, it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. I like Jim. He's a good guy. I also got to meet Susie. That was pretty cool. We sauntered around for a while. At the Golden Booger. Yeah, it all looks pretty blocky and weird, but once the ink hits it, that's when the magic happens. That's my favorite part is actually the inking of everything. Yeah, everybody disappeared. Next thing you know, I was wandering around by myself. Who's breath? Where the hell did everybody go? And then all of a sudden, Susie just appeared out of the ether. She's like, "Okay, Filthy." Well, to be fair, actually, I kind of abandoned everybody because I got hungry, and I went down. There's this pizza place there, and I went there and I was like, "Oh, I'll just get 2 slices of pizza," and the lady was like, "Okay." And then I forgot about the American-sized slices of everything, and so I had these 2 gigantic slices of pizza. It took me like half an hour to eat both of them. I felt like a slob. But it was really good pizza. I went there twice while I was there. And then I went down a little bit further on Fremont Street, and there's some donair gyro place or gyro or whatever, and they put like, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to, maybe it's like a Vegas thing, but they put cheddar cheese on it. I was like, you can't do that. But it's not as bad now. You get like a donair or like shawarma or something, and they put fries on them. Why do you put fries on them? It's just, fries go on the side of the plate. Ugh. Okay, Grandpa, cry about it more. But yeah, at work, my pal was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get it's a place called Swiss Donair, and everybody claimed it's like the best donair in the world. Never had it, and then so I ordered from there, and they put fries in the thing, and I was like, I don't know, that's just lazy filler. It's like, could you maybe put some more pickles or something, or because if you get chicken shawarma, I always get pickles in it. But knowing my luck, they probably use like bread and butter pickles. Just travesty. I think bread and butter pickles are basically like you go to like grandma's place, and she'd always have a thing of bread and butter pickles, and she'd put them out, and you just eat them because it's grandma's house. I miss my grandma. I miss my blob too. Yeah, you have to remop the whole entire floor now. Ooh, just about out of tea. Yeah, so Slim 32 squared is the bartender at the space bar. He thinks he's a Soviet satellite, but he was actually manufactured in Chicago in 1966. Yeah. Let's grab something here real quick. I'll even show you here on my comic. Oh, no, it's the second comic. Anyways, it's not important. So just pissing around and get this drawing done here. Susie, tell your mom Fylthy says hi. She's like, who the hell's that? I'm like, it's cartoon guy. Actually, when I lived in Vancouver, I used to hang out at the Rusty Gull, and I can't remember the guy's name, his actual name. It was him and his friend. They called him Lloyd and Zippy. But anyway, his dad came there one day and I was drawing cartoons. He's like, oh, you're like cartoon guy or whatever. And so then my nickname became Cartoon Guy. And I drew this cartoon of him and his dad. He's like, tell him not to draw a cartoon of me. And he's like, Jared was his name. He's like, Jared, tell him, like, fuck, now he's drawing a cartoon of me. God damn it. He got all pissed off. And then I finished the cartoon and I gave him I gave it to him. And apparently he still has it. And he thought it was funny. Sucker. Yeah. I like giving my cartoons to people if I'm sitting somewhere. I said I go across the street and have chicken wings and junk, and I'll draw a cartoon there, and usually someone will be there, and I've had people come up to me and they're like, oh, hey, you're the guy that drew cartoons. I still got that cartoon you gave me. I'm like, yes, I don't remember that, but okay. Because once you get out about 1,000,000 of them, then... Actually, the one guy there, I don't even remember his name either, but he's like, hey, dude, I wake up every day and I see your drawing. He's like, it makes me feel good when I get up. You're just like a part of my life. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, I'm unintentionally helping this guy, so it's pretty cool. This is the gnome. He's an absolute maniac. With this gnome hair. He's into things like tying people's shoelaces together while they're sitting down and stealing your keys and putting them in the back of the toilet tank. Maybe it's the stress why he's half bald. Not everybody can be bald and beautiful like me. But it is funny to watch people try. I hope you get better too, Slim. I don't know you, but I hope you get better. I hope you also find a $10 bill rolling down the street. But don't go inside until you feel better, and drink plenty of apple juice. That's what my grandma always used to tell me. You're not feeling good, I just drink plenty of apple juice anyways, because it's good. One time, Susie, when I lived with my grandpa, I was in a muddled state of mind. Anyways, I made myself an ice cream cone, and I put the ice cream in the cupboard and the ice cream cones in the freezer. And I got up in the morning and Grandpa goes, "Oh, were you drinking last night?" I'm like, "Yes." It's like, because I got up this morning and there was a whole bunch of ice cream melting out of the cupboard. I'm sorry, Grandpa. He's like, "No, it's okay." He's like, "I just had to give me something to do." I'm like, not how it works, but yeah, I chuckled. I could just imagine that coming to the kitchen and then just ice cream oozing out of the cupboard. Hold on, I can't do any rambling while I do these fingers. I have to be very precise. Cat hair. Oh. I think I might go for a bike ride later. My friend and I started her own bike gang one time, but then she moved to Fox Creek or something like that. So now it's just me left in the bike gang. Can't really be a bike gang with one person, but it's really weird doing these without any backgrounds. But apparently that's what I got to do if I want a t-shirt. Look at his little nipples. Little gnome nipples. It's just insane. Let's see here. What am I going to listen to next? How about... Scrolling through the pile of music here. Schwefelgelb. That's a good song. Good band. Actually, the Deftones are coming to Edmonton. I was seriously considering thinking about seeing them. And Korn, only because I've never seen them. But Korn's on a Sunday. I don't really care that much, but... And then I think the Deftones are on like a Thursday or something. Which isn't all bad, but... I'm just old now. I go to concerts and I get there and 10 minutes in, I'm like, I'm tired. It's loud. Why am I here at like 10 o'clock? I should be at home my jammy jams. Hold on, I have to get a paper towel because my nose is running. Boy? Other boy? I'll suffer. I have returned. Okay, where was I? Yes. Inking my insane lunatic of a gnome. He hangs out with the goblin all the time. They go and play games like Knock It Over Ginger. Or Nicky Nicky Nine Doors or Ring and Rip. Actually, my friend was complaining about that on his Facebook the other day. He's like, I was trying to enjoy a movie, and these kids rang my doorbell, and when I got up there, they weren't there. He's like, kids don't have any respect. I'm like, Brendan, you and I have done the same thing before. You can't complain about it now, you old bastard. I told him if he keeps that up, I'm gonna stick him in an old folks home, a crooked old folks home like we saw in 60 Minutes. We used to do that when we were younger. There was a complex across the street from ours, and a whole bunch of us would sit on the stairs at the... It was like a little preschool thing. And we'd sit on the stairs, and we'd get one of our friends to like go over there, and just the way that the house was, you could... There was a little like fence you could jump over and get away. Anyways, we kept doing that, and the guy ended up coming out. He came and yelled at us. He's like, I know what you guys do this. We're like, well, how can we do that when we're the only people sitting here? He's like, it's one of your friends. And he's like, you keep that up, we're going to call the cops. We're like, yeah, okay, buddy. That was good times. Probably throw my back out trying to trying to run away from something like that now. It was like I contemplated getting a skateboard, but then it's like, you know what? I'm gonna biff it and hurt myself, and then I'm not gonna be able to go to work, and then I'm gonna look stupid, and then my cats will starve. All right, time for 32 squared. These are these are mostly like test runs for the shirt. I don't know if she's got this. It's called like a cricket or something. It makes stickers and vinyl patches and junk. Anyways, we're trying to start a racket of plushies and all that kind of stuff. I hope it works out, because I mean, people are already interested in the original 3 plushies that were made. So hopefully we'll make some more maybe in the future. So it was basically what we did was we made the plushie, and then it was an original artwork framed and everything, and then a pack of stickers and adoption papers with a little bit of history and little biography of each alien. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun working on it, and I was kind of sad when it was all done. And she goes, maybe we could make some more. I go, yes. So we might have to. She made a. Ooh, I'll show you the Mothman she made. I requested it. My Callaway fell down. What are you doing, Callaway? This is Shirokin, the spirit moth. How about that beauty? Look, he's got a fuzzy chest like me. See? Yes. Flip that over. March 2nd. The Spirit Moth. Yes. It's pretty cool. It's just, the eyes are, it's heat transfer, I think she called them. But it was, yes, I believe it's a Warhammer reference of some sort. She paints Warhammer miniatures and junk. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, it's a Warhammer reference, I guess. So. Actually, if you get bored, what's her name on here? She has an Instagram. It's Sideshow Zombunnies. If you want to go look at some of the other ones she made. Yes, it's pretty cool. I've always asked all my artist friends to do some kind of collaboration, and she's the first one to ever actually decide to actually go through with it. Everybody else always said, "Oh yeah, we'll do something filthy. Don't worry." And then, okay, when do you want to do this? Oh, well, we'll get it done whenever, soon enough, blah blah blah. And then nobody ever ended up getting back in touch with me about it. So it was kind of cool that somebody actually wanted to, for a change. Yeah, the eyes are like I don't want to say plastic or vinyl or anything, but it's really neat. I'd like to actually watch her put one together. Which is weird. I think about that, and when people go, "Oh, I love watching you draw, Filthy," I'm like, why would you watch somebody draw? How lame. And then here's me, I'd like to watch this person put this thing together. And so, kind of just, shut the hell up, Filthy. I mean, people watch people open Kinder Surprises and junk, and, I guess because I watch myself draw, it seems boring to me. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blahing away. Hold on, I need some tea here. Let's have some lime instead. Ooh, and I bought this gigantic scanner because I got tired of cutting all my artwork down. So it was really neat. I had to borrow some cash from the Bank of Johnson, aka my cousin. I could afford the thing. I just didn't want to see a bunch of money leave my bank account all at once. Normally, I don't mind spending stuff on my art, but I don't know. Like $500 is a lot of money to spend right then and there. Ooh, the sun's coming around. $32 squared. I don't even know where I came up with a name, but I modeled 32 squared off a Zenith Century 2 television. Century, not century. Blah blah. Rambling away here. Yeah, I say it all the time. Anybody that does pens or ink, blah, lettering is absolute beast of an artist. What we can do here? Get a little bit of detail on. Use a crusty old TV. I thought about having a power cord hanging out the back of them too, but you know, it actually just looked really goofy in all the different types that I drew. And he originally had a bow tie, but I don't know, bow tie just kind of it didn't work out in the drawings. It's like that Simpsons episode where Marge is in charge of all the non-violence and the itchy and scratchy episodes, and they call her and he goes, Itchy steals Scratchy's ice cream or whatever, or pie, and he's like, and then the artist goes, make it an ice cream. They're easier to draw than a pie or whatever. And it's actually kind of funny because once I started drawing a lot of cartoons, and I realized that some things just easier to draw when instead of other things. So yeah, it all made sense like 20 plus years later in my life. Ugh. Oh, I'm starving. I got leftover pizza. Hold on, I need maximum concentration for this part. Bonus, there's no cats bugging me right now. Whew. Yep. There's going to be a 32 squared plushie for sure at some point being made. I went to deliver the cash to Fox. And she's like, hey, check out all these ideas I have. Oh. So, probably have a goblin, chupacabra. Basically all the cryptids and stuff that I draw. Might have to, she might actually do a Mothman too. And I said, is it possible to make a little pizza box to go with him? Aw, yeah. Whammo. 32 squared. He's a good guy anyways. Oh, okay, Susie. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching me scribble things. See, if we had portals, you could just come and hang out. And then you could pet the cats and keep them from pestering me. And your pal can come too. Because I got 3 cats. Nobody's gonna pet Whiskey because she's a grumpy old bag. Hello, boy. Ooh, it's my gargoyle. Hello, Mr. Gargoyle. Ugh. Mr. Gargy boy. He's a handsome fella. Look at you. Well, you can't really see him, but he's so handsome. Ow! Bonked my head again on the damn thing. I figure I would probably stream more stuff once in a while, so no thank you, Susie. I really appreciate it. He's a handsome boy. He's my little shadow. I haven't slept on my side in like 3 years because I have to sleep on my back because he's got a pile. Hello, mister. He's got a pile into my legs and I can't move because I'm trapped. Anyways. But yeah, I'll do some more streaming. And, yeah. I don't know how to... I guess I could just message you on, like, Instagram or something, tell you when I'm gonna go stream things. I'll do that. And then, yeah. I guess it, like, pops up on some people's pages or something. I'm not sure. Boy! A little... Here, go beat up your brother. But yes, I will see you in the future, and I appreciate you hanging out with me and letting me ramble about bread and butter pickles and things like that. And yeah, next time you do your little nighttime chat thing, whatever, I'll come on and either just draw cartoons or ramble about nothing of importance. Because I'm good at that. I'll drink like 38 vodkas and just start talking aliens and blah, blah, blah. Okay, pal. Oh, check this out. I have this outro thing, I think. Where did I put it? Yeah, watch this. I have a little outro. I think it goes like that. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it fades out all nice and cool. Okay, have a good night.